Konnichiwa. Welcome to the stream. My name is Feros Niwa, a former free spirit now living a quiet life in seclusion. Today we're going to be playing Jade Empire. It's rather old for most of you. It's about 19 years old. It came out in 2005. It's a Bioware game, so like think Mass Effect or KOTOR, Dragon Age. Well, it's not Bioware, the game from yesterday, Neverwinter Nights 2, that kind of thing, where you play as one character who has a party who's just sort of following you around with a sort of a chosen one story, blah blah blah. This one has a huge place in my heart, because it's one of the only games I've ever come across that is a martial arts based beat 'em up that tries to sort of act like you're getting into not random, but like standard RPG combat. You'll see if you don't know what it's like. We're gonna start today. I'm gonna stream for about 1 hour. Just so people know what it's like, when the video's over, there will be a link in the description. Actually, when it's over, you can look now, because this will be a VOD. I'm specifically gonna make sure that you know where you can buy it. There are multiple versions. I got mine off GOG. I almost rebought it on Steam before I realized I could just, like, run a copy I'd already bought years ago from GOG, because no DRM. The Steam version allegedly has some issues, and it's vaguely supported now. You can play it with a controller, and I would highly recommend doing it, but it's keyboard as well. It was a console game for the Xbox, so it's already made for Xbox controls. Anyway, to get to the point, it's old enough that it kind of slows. It has to do that whole thing where you open it and the computer stops for a second to be like, oh snap, what are we doing? So bear with me here. Okay, is it going to, oh, there it goes. Let me do a little test here. Okay, it looks like 1-for-1 speed as far as my eyes work. This has my old saves on it, but it doesn't really matter. We're starting a brand new game here. Alright, you have to pick a character based on their sort of previously made ones, and there's not that many. I think the Steam one comes with like one extra character that this one may also come with, I'm not sure. But it's just a minor thing that's not necessarily good. But if you want it for collector's sake, it's there. Special edition, something like that. I usually just pick Furious Ming, because it's just your generic dude with short black hair standing up. It just sort of blends in. I was about to say, this game's not exactly big on a lot of body shapes, but those look like they're probably nice, just not a lot of pixels. Anyway. You'd be like, okay, but what if I don't like 1,000 cuts? You should, 1,000 cuts is cool. You could be like, oh, custom. Okay, they'll explain this in the tutorial, but this is your HP, this is your mana, this is your stamina. This is basically, mind is essentially your weapon attacks, spirit is for your magical attacks, and body is just HP. I think my laundry just finished. We're just gonna start with double body. Oh. Triple, quadruple. Behold, my body is unbreakable. I don't think I've ever bothered doing that. This game is a little bit hard. But this way, every time I level up, I can just put something into Spirit of Mind. I really like Leaping Tiger. Because another thing about this game, if you've played anything... The only thing fresh in my mind is Minecraft for some reason, but anything with juggling when you're fighting, when you're doing beat 'em up, you will appreciate the combat in this. Because you get interrupted a lot. But if you can knock enemies away from you repeatedly, you can basically win. Like, White Demon's good for this, but you have to... Oh god, it's like a Souls game strength build. You're really, really slow and go like, I'm lifting my leg kick. Which will knock people away from you and do ass tons of damage. But you have to plan everything. Legendary Strike. I think this is the one I usually use. Let's see here. Blah 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 blah. They're very fast, very good at kicking. I think this is actually one of the better ones. But Leaping Tiger is cool. Screw it. I want to go for cool. Ah! Right, no matter, you can't not take Heavenly Wave. Heavenly Wave, is it, yeah, it just slows enemies. You'll see. It's really good. Okay, done. Accept. Clear. Okay, hold on. Bear with me, I have the maturity of a 12-year-old. Beast Lord, behold! It's gonna make the dialogue so much better. Yo, what up? I won't betray you. I'm not sure if she does, I can't remember. I really like the companions in this game too. Look at those graphics. Is this a real picture? I can't... Can you see this ladybug?
I swear, one of these days I'll find a way around your guard.
We are one sentence in and it's already yaoi. What are we gonna do? One more match then. I could blindfold myself. That might even the odds. I doubt it. You strike with the grace of a cow. One more match then?
Happily.
I love
feel
the
that I learn
faces.
something every time I face you. Even if it's only a new place to nurse a bruise. So long as you're certain you have time.
Drinking coffee today on stream. Scandalous. I ran out of creamer, and I'm one of those people, I like my coffee, like... You just have to look at my skin color. About that. I like a lot of cream in my coffee. I do not do strong... Well, it's the same coffee. You add more creamer, it's not like it removes the caffeine. I just have a sweet tooth, okay? I'm sorry. So milky. Okay, I've got to get used to not looking at the chat the whole time I'm talking. Because the viewer is looking here. But my brain's like, look at chat, hey guys. This is pre-recorded. This doesn't help anyone. I'm rarely beaten, friend. Show me your best.
Let us begin.
Oh no. Okay, here's your combat tutorial. Oh yeah, I'm Wolverine, by the way. Okay, press button 1, which I believe is this. Dude, why doesn't it just say A? It's made for the Xbox. Dude. While standing still, block. Okay. I believe it's about to teach you a bad lesson here. Here it is. This is important for enemies because they block too. Oh, wrong one. There you go. You constantly heal yourself. Which means that mana becomes extremely useful even if you don't want to use magical abilities. Oh, right, focus mode! The easy mode button! Okay. Boop. Did I just shatter water out of him? What you can do about it? I love that so much. Kick, punch is all in your mind. Defeat him. No. I may know how to play this game. I am so disappointed in
Did
you.
you see? Master Lee was watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in watching his students practice.
Ah,
I learn
suspicious.
something every time we meet, proving that loss sometimes is the best teacher. Thank the heavens the bruises are worth it.
Thank you for the bound. Each bruise is a mark of your failure to learn our master's teachings. Let's be nice. Oh, he's gonna explain it soon, but this game is really big on the concept of not relative morality, but making a point. We're gonna try to keep this safe here, but let's just say two ideologies of you reach out with one hand to help people because it's the right thing to do versus I don't help people because everyone should be able to help themselves. Like, it's that. But he'll explain in a second.
You are gracious as always. I regret that there won't be much time for such practice now that you've almost finished your training. Master Li told me to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance. He said you could take your time, so you need not rush.
Your Kung Fu master just told you that no need to rush. You better get there now. Why didn't you tell me earlier? I'm gonna fucking die.
Master Li just went into his house. It's just over there.
Can you imagine how hot those braziers are? Like, there's metal over the fire.
Wander the school and talk with other students. Smiling Mountain likely has some of the younger students available if you want to spar.
Yes.
I shall leave you to it. Take care, my friend.
I made the mistake of looking at his tongue. We're in a master for We're Chapter 1. We're in a master for Tales of Doom. Arrival challenges for station, and the past haunts the present, literally. Your training nears its completion in the idyllic setting of Two Rivers. Master Li promises that soon you will know more about how you came here and where your future will lead. All the while, strange tales begin to spread of ghosts that will not rest, and shadowy assassins who heed no law. So, I'm gonna go walk around. Dude. Oh, I can't not... Oh, okay. Oh no, I actually bumped into your sculpted chest muscles. What? Okay, explain to me how this guy's so fat. Like, I get Buddha stuff, cool, whatever. All we have is rice. And I don't see him eating right now. So either he has a glandular condition, or this dude piles down that rice. Like, absolutely. Because this isn't a city, he doesn't have access to that much meat. Anyway, let's let him talk.
I thought Master Li would have your attention for the rest of the day. It is good to see you. I know you haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is too bad. Your fellow students benefit from your experience. A strong opponent is the best trainer.
I can't not see it in his eyes. Be like, we literally don't have a kitchen. Like, starting to suspect you might actually be supernatural. Can I ask you some things? Okay, let's just get the basics out of the way.
I am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves.
Alright, now here's the important bit. This dude knows his stuff. Stop looking at chat, there's no chat.
Master Li is very strict about what is taught here, because martial skill is a pathway to great power, and that holds certain risks. It is not just good over evil. Few things in life are that simple. The common way to say it is, do you follow the way of the open palm or the closed fist? A term for the high path, or perhaps the way of restraint and harmony. Many aspire to it, but few achieve it. It is a path of resisting tyranny. Of course, the source of that tyranny varies. It is just as dangerous coming from without as within. Tyranny from external sources is easy to find and fight. Defending those who cannot defend themselves is a reasonable example.
Yes.
But when your abilities are so much greater than those around you, there is the temptation to set everything right by might alone. That is tyranny from within. True, but that can become a convenient excuse. Eventually you may decide that even direct violence is too inefficient for someone of your strength. It is a small leap from there to enforcing your will so that the crime never takes place. Suddenly you are the oppressor, when all you wanted to do was make things right. This way of the open palm is not without its hidden dangers, despite the best of intentions.
I really like the way he explained that. Like, I had forgotten about that. The way he makes a point of... Injustice Superman's not the best example, but it's one of the more recent ones that got popularity. The thing of going, okay, you literally cannot shoot me to death. You cannot do, in Minecraft, you can't do anything to stop me. So I'm going to make sure that these bad things that I am trying to stop, you know, from happening, don't happen. I'm going to go to every major tyrant in the world who commits horrible atrocities and just end them instantly. In seconds. It's like, okay. The problem starts coming with, like, that it might initially turn out well. You don't know. Maybe it could. Maybe for once, that doesn't cause a power vacuum that gets horrible. What's the next step? What's the next step? What's the next step? Like, there's always the problem of... He explained it very well. Is what happens when you decide that... Like, the whole, like, separating kids so they'll stop picking on each other thing? What happens when you're trying to stop so much violence that you eventually just start picking off people and getting rid of them? Or start trying to fix them forcefully because you're so frustrated that they don't get it. Closed fist is different and horrible.
It is the low path, the way of aggression and discord. A misunderstood path often misused by those who wish to justify a thuggish nature. It is not as simple as crushing your enemies or as mindless as terrorizing the weak. It is a mindset born of impatience, of imposing your will. An evil man might ignore a plea for help because he does not care, but that shows a disconnection with the world. That is not part of the way. A man on the low path might also ignore that plea, but he would do so because that person should demonstrate they are fit to survive on their own. The difference is in the details. That same man might help if the odds are unreasonable. He might also do it to incur favor. There is thought in his actions. He is not a mindless killer, but he may let strength decide what course is best. That is why it is a dangerous path. It can so easily be misinterpreted.
See, there's a thing. This may be obvious, but I could never do that. Like, I have to, like, I've grown number over the years, but, like, I have trouble not helping people. The idea of looking and saying, essentially, if I help this person, I'll have to help them every time. They should be able to help themselves. Is a difficult thing to accept. It's also, as he's pointing out, very easy to, like, you know, landslide all the way down to everyone who's not me doesn't deserve anything.
You are the sum of your actions. The harmony or discord that you sow will weigh on your shoulders as surely as any physical yoke. But there can be advantages. Certain forms of attack inherently lean toward one extreme or the other. They have a rhythm that resonates within you. You may find that some attacks perform better if you are more intent on causing discord. How you use this is for you to discover and decide.
One thing I was disappointed with is there are two abilities, spoilers, there are two magical abilities in this game. Well, sorry, they're magic. That's... You can't... Let's just put it this way. You have to be open palm to use one, or close fist to use the other, and they'll only teach it to you if you've reached high enough to be the other one. It's not that far in the game before you can max out your morality. And mind you, this is where it gets annoying. It's a bit more like Paragon Renegade than he wants, like in the way it's implemented, than the way he explained it. Like, basically, if you want close fist, you have to always be the person who goes, like, it's like, oh no, it's like, I'm only doing this thing because of desperation, being like, still did the crime, Like, every time. Like, you have to just be iron-fisted monster who just lacks empathy, and I can't do it. They put lightning and thunder behind that, and made solid stone the open palm, and it's like, what? Like, I mean, both make sense for closed, but like, why is the one with wind stuff the might as well be evil path for most of your choices?
I am charged with giving whatever
Instruction. Okay,
Who are you?
alright. Master Lee.
Master Lee is a private man, and I will not presume to speak for him. His interest in you surpasses the care of any master I have known. He must see great potential in you.
Massive. What about you?
If you wish, but only introspection reveals true insight. I used to call the trading center of Phoenix Gate my home, but I am settled here. I have nothing to go back to. It is not important. Suffice to say that I prefer this little village to the temptations of a greater city. Enough about me. What else can I do for you? It has been several years since I arrived in Two Rivers. I was surprised to find a teacher of Master Lee's ability so far out on the borderlands. It was a fortuitous accident. I have studied the martial arts all my life, and serve your master as I am able. He is devoted to your training and needs someone to assist the other students.
Alright.
I am charged with...
Okay. Here we go.
Yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities. The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger, or better able to focus your mind or magic.
Note, he just straight up says magic. They're not pretending, at least. Why is there a fee?
Training has worth, and Master Lee allows me to collect a small fee to reinforce this. Travel outside Two Rivers and you will find my prices are quite reasonable. No, I try to improve base abilities, but through the basics that Master Lee has instilled. When you have the opportunity, I'm sure you will pick up new styles quickly.
A little too quickly if you think about it.
Let's see
Show me
can
what
learn.
you have. No, put it back in. Okay. I have 0 silver. I always thought silver is better than gold for trading, but putting that aside. Okay, now you see here, this isn't, body, soul, and spirit, or whatever. Whatever it's called. Body, mind, and spirit. This is health and chi. It literally takes 3 HP off of you, or sorry, gives you 3 HP and takes 1 chi point away. So on and so forth. My current, can I bring that up? Oh, hold on. Ah, okay, I forgot, you can't use the controller for the menu. It just doesn't go to a button. Okay, hold on. Let's go ahead and make a new save. Because I believe start and select get used for something else, which is a bit weird if you think about it. Let's see. Button 11? Let me check something. Can I change this? Okay, this is button Oh, hold on. Ah, because it can't use the triggers in the back. Okay. It's fine, it's fine. Cancel. Controller... Is 7 already being used? Oddly enough, no. Okay, this target right but not target left. What's target... What's button 9? Okay. Gotta think about this. Ooh, okay. Hold on. Accept. 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 Okay. There we go. Okay, never mind, I fixed it. Well, I say that, but I still need to use the mouse. This is your quest menu. Here's the thing they haven't explained yet. Here's your party members. Who's that Pokemon? Shut up. Here's your styles. By the way, this is how you use the XP, more or less. And here's your... Right, you can't see the cursor. Here's the thing that tells you where you are on the path. Like, you'll recognize this from other Bioware games. Your techniques, your skills. Oh, by the way, your social. I really like this. Your social is cumulative. Basically, yeah. Strength and wisdom. Oh, it actually gets weird. Okay, this is odd. Let's just say strength and charisma. Strength and wisdom charisma. It's a bit odd. Look at this. If you want to focus on focus, you end up being very charming. You want to focus on magic and body specifically, you end up being very intimidating. If you just leave your body weak, you have intuition. It all grows because I will end up like balancing them together because they're all good.
Typical.
Is he over there whining? You guys seen him? Oh hey, when?
One day I'll reach your level of skill, but not unless I keep practicing with Smiling Mountain.
Probably.
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City.
It's a much different situation to go from a place that... Like, he's basically living in a place that might not even have an outhouse. Like, just to focus on that. Okay. And honestly, I've always liked this top one. It's like, if you're here, you belong here.
You're right. Master Li would not have accepted me if he did not see potential. He measures all people carefully. I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long time to be your match. How long have you studied with Master Li?
1 billion years. I've studied with him as long as I can remember. There's really no reason to mention Dawnstar.
You and Dawnstar have both had a lifetime of training under Master Li. He is stern with you, but you sure can see that he's proud as well. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. Is there something you need?
I'm remembering the story plots. Like, this is a really good game. The story's really good, too, and I mean really good. How well do you know the others at school?
I don't know anyone else who displays the skill you do.
I didn't ask about
Gal,
me.
but he lacks discipline. That is why he still wears the robes of a junior student, despite his ability. Dawnstar would be next, with few able to match her delicate moves.
What?
Beyond that, the only other person I know well is Smiling Mountain, the sparring master.
Let's see here. Dawnstar.
She is sensitive to things the rest of us can't see. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. It obviously makes her feel different, and that's not right.
This is very important, like to the overall plot of the entire game.
I think she was given a gift. Unlike responsibility, it may not always be pleasant, but it's something she should be proud of. It shouldn't isolate her.
How about Gal? I've been replaying FF6 forever. I have it on the GBA. Oh my god. Go.
I have seen his kind in the city. He thinks his family's wealth is a substitute for nobility and is angered when others still see him for what he is, a crass and spoiled bully.
How have you been trained?
Well, he doesn't come close to Master Lee's skill, but Smiling Mountain is good for the younger students. He pairs novices with more advanced students so we can learn.
Have you heard anything special about me? How about these abs?
I've heard about and seen your skill, but I haven't been here long enough to know much more. Most of the students seem to appreciate your abilities.
Sorry, my brain just noticed those boobies. Is it just me or is your main character constantly sucking in his gut?
I hate to put words in other people's mouths, but it's obvious that Gao does not favor you. Master Lee has been a mediator of sorts, but Gao responds poorly to authority.
Which is not great for martial arts.
Goodbye.
Alright. Like it was like, I'm gonna whoop your ass, let's go. Why am I in combat mode? Ding. Understanding the stars and the universe is a very important goal. By examining the universe, we can interpret and predict things to come. The sky is where the great dragon was said to dwell, and in his illustrious home we can see the signs of his effects on creation. Of the observable phenomena, 3 major ones are the most auspicious. Comets, the flames of the heavens, passing across the sky, eclipses, during which the power of the gods blocks the sun for brief periods, and falling stars, marking the descent of one of celestial bureaucracy to the earth. They mean that literally. This is actually a very Chinese game in a lot of ways. Like, it's not that vague. It could be any Asian. It's rather straightforward. To fight without thought is suicide. The path to victory is laid out one step at a time, each ahead of your opponent. Sagacious Tien. Harmonic combinations demand the use of 2 styles in rapid succession. The first must be of the class called Support, which is like I forget what it's called, but that one we couldn't change out. Like something wave. The second form is known as Martial. Timing is key. Begin with a focus disabling effect, and follow quickly with a powerful barehanded blow. These 2 actions working in concert will create a harmonic channel in your chi and wreak havoc upon your foes. You must be swift in the window, as the window to create the harmony is limited. Disable your foes, close swiftly as as you change style, and strike with all available force. Let nothing stand in your way. But beware, opponents of great strength may possess the training to resist a technique. Thought will guide you to victory. Harmonic combinations will ensure the journey is swift. Not the best reading. Jingwu?
Always good to see you wandering the school. You're the best among us, after all. So it makes everyone train a little harder when you're around. The tricky part is making sure we're emulating you, not hoping to take you down a peg. You should think carefully before bruising the tender egos around here. Oh, did I tell you to see Master Lee when you have a chance? I'm not taking the blame if you forget.
Okay, I think I've talked to just about everybody here. I think Gal's the only one left, and he is... Can I leave? Probably shouldn't even try. Okay, let's just walk past him. Just carefully walk past him. Master, your doors are huge!
Ah, there you are, my student. I watched your bout against Jingwu with great pride. You have gained almost all you can from the practice arena. You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you for the responsibility your skills will bring.
Have you given thought to your future?
That order of sentence was very strange. Sentences? Anyway. I'm sure you'll tell me what I need to know. Perhaps I will train others if you train me. I long to leave this tiny thing. I am meant for great things. Yo, what up?
Your lessons are complete. Remember these basic skills and keep them at heart. But also remember the classes are not a true measure of ability. Always be ready to learn. I recall that, as a child, you fell and bruised your arm. I comforted you, saying that small pains are part of learning, but not every setback imparts wisdom. You must be careful. Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you have been defeated. This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless, and you have a role to play that I have kept secret.
Pinky.
Those who announce their important destiny before they are ready tend to meet unfortunate ends. The wise only seek attention when capable of dealing with it. The people are scared. I do not have all the answers, but I know you will become very important to the fates of many. You will be called to face a great evil.
Master! Master Lee!
Master Plane's in
What
town!
is this interruption? This had better be important. There is much to say.
Master! Nijo came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They fired something at him, and Kiamin was injured.
Where is she now?
Still outside the village by the outlook. Nijo couldn't carry her. Please come, Master Lee. The bandits are not at the village yet, but they could arrive at any time.
We will have to continue our discussion later, my student. It appears we have more pressing matters.
Sounds like Nijo needs to do some push-ups. What would you have me do? I will fight them! Bring them to me. I demand a sacrifice.
The time for practice is over. Go to Gujin, the weapon master, and get a weapon. You may soon be called to use it.
I know his voice so much.
On your way, make certain Dawnstar is aware of the danger. Her skills have always complemented yours, so take her with you. Prepare yourself for a potential attack while I tend to my fallen student. I will return as soon as I can. We will continue our discussion when the threat is over.
I know what's coming. I really love this game. I'm not your errand boy. Okay.
Good. The time comes when you will know all you need to. For now, keep the basics at heart.
As tough as he is, he really, really wants you to be a pushover. Because I remember trying to play a little bit meaner, and like, he really, really doesn't like that. A statue of a lion stands behind an altar. It is marked as a training aid designed by a previous master of school. There's a crystal sphere in the lion's paw. Examine the markings. The altar and statue serve to show students a real example of lessons otherwise presented abstractly in class. It has not seen use in some time. The altar is less ornate than the statue, but it was replaced many times after frustrated, deliberate outbursts from students. Well, that too is part of the exercise. There is a mention of greater reward for the more investigative path, but that was probably an additional element of the test performed by the master who placed it. You cannot recall Master Lee ever referring to this statue. Different masters prefer different methods of teaching. The altar is less ornate than the statue. It lacks a sense of permanence. Something activates as you approach. The sphere begins to glow blue. Leave. Ah. Okay, I can look all this up, but let's not even bother. Okay, if you give it... I remember that if you give it exactly the color that it's doing, it acts... It just gives you a minor reward, so I'm gonna try being contrarian. I'll counter blue with red. And yellow. Okay. Just yellow? And blue? Remove the figurines. Okay, but just the blue one. Now the yellow one. Now the red one? Huh, okay, there might not be a way to do this otherwise. Screw it. Let's not waste too much time on this.
The obvious path is humble, safe, but pays the wage of a cook, not a champion.
1 EXP. It's fine, it's fine. Wait, he keeps a pet bird? 2 pet birds in a tiny cage. This is a fire hazard like no other. This wall would be cooking right now. Like straight up blackened. Okay, we must leave. Well, let's check. Just in case, just in case. Does he have anything to say?
I hear bandits have injured Kiamin. She is a favorite pupil and holds the record for the challenge I run. I'm sure Master Li will take care of her.
That's an odd thing to say.
What can I do for you? I am here to serve and train. Good.
Okay. Oh, this isn't a loading screen, it's just a door. What's this? I actually don't know where I am.
Oh, senior student. Not too many people come back here this time of day, so we thought we'd take a moment to practice.
Is that what you were doing?
Would you like to join us? We could team up against you and learn from the best.
My brain can't remember how to say it in French. Tu désirais mon âge à toi? Probably not. Désirais? Certainly.
This is good news. We'll try to go easy on you.
Please don't.
Leaping tiger.
Boop. I already forgot the controls. Just put Wolverine on him.
That's enough. I didn't think we'd win, but it was an honor to face you. Thank you very much. We have to go. Smiling Mountain's going to be teaching a class soon, and then we have weapons training.
Well. Monkey. 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 Okay. Oh yeah. Hold on. Like it's like, bandits have attacked! Quick, hurry! This is that riveting RP you came here for, guys. Quick, while Master Li's out, raid the place! Are your walls fireproof? Explain it to me. There we go. Remove the blue, add the red. Remove the yellow, place the blue.
Examine your world from all angles, and you will see the interconnectedness of all things. Even that which is humble can be the key to greater things.
Wait, is this the original voice of Tyrael? No, probably not, probably not. $75 gold! Oh, snap! Sorry. Gaze of the lion! Ha! Gaze? A masterful hunter, the lion must always be aware of the totality of its domain and be ready to protect it. You feel a kinship with the mighty predator after solving the riddle left behind by the old master of Two Rivers. Hallowed be his name. It was Jimmy. Jimmy. Let's be real here. Jimmy's probably a name in a lot of languages. The dreaded Jimmy. Okay, we'll come back to this area later. Here we go, here we go.
What's the matter, Dawnstar? Are you scared that Master Li might find out?
There is talk of approaching bandits, and you bother me with unsubtle advances. How very like you, Gao. No doubt a tactic learned from your criminal father.
Oh, snap.
His name is Gao the Greater, and he built a fortune out of some ragged thieves and slave traders. If my charm can't lift your spirit, I'll buy the ground from under you.
Flaunting your father's undeserved wealth does not impress me, Gao. It only serves to push me further
What do you
away.
think she's gonna do with money, dude? Like, look where we are. Like, what's she gonna buy? A cow? Hello, Dawnstar. I hope I am interrupting
You step beyond
your station.
She and I are discussing her future.
My pecs could take you by themselves. Like, what do you
Thank
want?
Gao, but I'll pick my own poison. Now leave, and if you'd be so kind, stay downwind.
Shut up.
I won't forget this, Dawnstar. You show great disrespect. You as well. You will not take all the glory if there is an attack. We are not through.
Oh, he is Gao the Lesser in all respects. I thought Master Li allowed him to stay so that the influence of the father could be countered, but Gao never learns. He acts like he's above Master Li's teachings. Such are the conceits of wealth, I suppose. I appreciate that you arrived when you did.
She's taller than him. I mean, we know what he wanted. But it's still weird that he walked up and went, yo, you wanna bang? And she's like, shut up, go away. And he's like, I got $50, says you do. Like, what did he expect to happen? Alert.
That is nice to hear. Gao could learn much from you if he wanted to learn anything from anyone.
I will teach him calculus. And I don't know calculus. You know about the bandits? Master Li said to get a weapon. This is my voice now.
Yes, he said you were coming. He just passed here with C. Pat on his way to help Kia Min.
I saw Pat.
Strange that simple bandits would launch such a raid. Master Li was concerned that this would interrupt your training. His respect for your potential is just so absolute. Has he told you any more about your future?
This is important if you think about it. If he wants him to be trained and ready to go, an injury could take months to heal. In a normal world. Which sets him back months. Which for a man who's old is a problem. I feel that having player knowledge, character knowledge, but screw it.
I don't like your bad feelings. They always end up being right. Remember the grass fire? Half of the field's gone in a day, and you knew it would happen.
I communed with the grass spirits. That's It's illegal in 48 states.
You said you felt the lightning coming, but not even Master Li knows the weather like that. I trust your instincts. You are full of such promise.
Huh.
I can see into the spiritual, an ability that grants
The
some
weather.
insight, but it doesn't seem to be useful for anything other than keeping me awake at night.
Shut up.
I helped Master Li discover the unrest that shapes your future, but I see only problems, while you are destined to find solutions. I envy you for that.
I know it's not what he meant. Well, actually, I don't know. But that is a really good compliment. Like, the difference between having a very, for lack of a better term, high investigation and perception, like, sort of thing going on. Passive. I don't want to use D&D terms here, but being able to figure out everything that's going wrong around you versus being able to solve problems isn't the same instinct. It really is good to have two people in charge of two different things, like finding problems and finding solutions. Don't put me on a pedestal. Don't make the joke, don't make the joke.
I'm glad. You have always kept your feet on the ground. What does Master Li say?
Does a backflip.
That you should keep the basics close to heart.
Okay,
Let's
is she
go get your
flirting?
weapon from Guzhin's workshop. It shouldn't be too hard to fend off simple bandits. They're foolish to attempt such an attack.
My god. You wanna go shopping?
Of course. Good company will make the walk go faster.
Like, seriously, there's a 200% chance these two are gonna bang, like, any day now. The great wheel of life turns eternal, bringing one through life into death, then back around again into life. Ah! Though the new life is always different, the core essence, the spirit of a person remains the same. The spirit breathed into each person is eternal. To achieve harmony with the universe, one must perfect their harmony with the spirit. Indeed, the spirit in each individual is a reflection of the great universe. It is a reflection of the wheel of life and the great dragon that created it. His name? Jimmy. Okay, I don't need this right now, so let's just leave that where it is. I mean, I don't think they get used up, but still. Screw it. Oh yeah, it recovers anyway. But, or maybe it doesn't. Boop. Anyway, that's what it's for. Their health. I'm pretty sure they're health ones. Actually, no, are they? I don't, why am I asking chat?
Nice little town you have here. Not a lot of guards, are there? How are your stocks of food?
What?
I don't know you. Why are you asking me all these questions?
They're so oddly realistic looking if you really look at their...
Guarded. Forget it. Let's just start looting.
They're like
We'll get first crack at the good stuff.
the lowest... Well, not the lowest,
You're right.
but...
This isn't worth it.
Who does that? Boop. Okay, that was pathetic. Basically... Oh, she already has a... She has a knife!
I can't believe they've moved so quickly. We need your weapon. Guzhin will be in his shop north of the main stairs.
Why would bandits come here to Two Rivers?
I'm so shocked, I don't know what to say. You have to keep us safe.
Seriously, wherever you go in the world, this is just like the most basic, like, hairstyle. Like, it's one of those things that's unavoidable, which has always made it weird to me when people try to make it out like different ethnicities and cultures and blah blah blah. I've always been different. It's like, a ponytail is a ponytail is a ponytail. And a low pony that looks like a bob is just... It's not that different. Outside of some rather extreme phenotypical, like, changes. Everybody, like, you can find people who look almost exactly the same, regardless of skin color or, like, whatever country background you want to put on them. That there's a lot of overlap between people, and hair looks like hair. Like, once you put it, well, That's a different. Hair in a ponytail tends to look like hair in a ponytail.
What was that noise from the town square? Are people fighting?
Free money. There's just a pig. Okay, so the town's being attacked, and I'm hanging out with pigs and stealing money out of, you know, random things.
Bandits, huh? I see a lot of them. I'd better let someone else have some fun for a change. Can't abandon the gate. You never know if they're gonna sneak around.
Sure. I like how every character seems to have a... Well, not every character. A lot of the NPCs have a lot of, bloodshot in the corners. I just noticed the time. Get ready to fight!
No, please. I can't fight. I just didn't want to be a rock picker in my grandfather's field. Guarding the gate looked easy.
Oh,
I never thought
man.
bandits would actually come.
I've been a rock picker.
Please don't let them get me. Don't let them.
That's a lot of chickens. Not a lot of chickens to eat, but a lot of chickens to just be sitting out in the open.
This building is Guzhin's place. As soon as we can, we should see him to arm ourselves.
Where's your forge? Well, there might have been one outside. This is probably supposed to be Mandarin and Cantonese, but I swear that sounds Cyrillic.
Hello,
If that's even the right
Master
way to say
Guzhin.
that.
Good day to you.
So fun.
If you'd prefer, I don't need to use Thofan. Now, what brings you here?
Bandit scouts are in 2 rivers. I'll need a weapon. Give me your stuff.
Already? I assume you dealt with them, and the rest are in for quite a surprise when they get here. Well, no time to waste.
Kick open the door and it's just a fist comes out and hits them.
Sunstar, I watched you practice with that new blade yesterday, and I must say you take to it naturally. I want you to keep it and use it as your own.
This is a great honor.
Seriously, I'm not joking.
A good weapon is a true warrior's
As
most
low,
treasured possession.
as bad as the graphics should be, their faces are hauntingly normal.
You came here with Master Li as just a babe.
Ah, like
I came
90s
not long
games.
after, and I've been holding on to a weapon for you ever since. Well, 2, actually. But you need to choose which one you'll take. Master Li wants you to stay focused on your first weapon.
Okay, Metal Gear Solid is one of those things where you look back and, like, it's easy to forget that he didn't have a face in the first game. I'm not joking. Like, he basically didn't have a face. But, like, other games during the time, I think Half-Life might have been one of them, would have strangely low, like, extremely low-res bodies, and then a hauntingly normal-looking face with, like, all the lines and cheekbones and everything. In a lot of ways, the older people in this game remind me of that. Except the graphics of the bodies are okay. Like, you can see where his neck next to his body looks a little weird, but... like, without having to up the resolution to, like, actual HD, they managed to put enough on there to look like it's just a... for like a better term, they slightly JPEG'd a real photo. And then... went into, like, basically sat down and tried to recreate that with digital art. Where did he find these weapons?
I don't know where your master acquired these, but he has honored me with the care of 2 legendary weapons.
Okay, I'll quit once we get past the major cutscene.
You may arm yourself with
I'm not
either
stopping
the
here.
legendary longsword, Fortune's favorite, or the famed staff, Golden Star.
Oh, this is a hard choice. Because why wouldn't I want the staff?
They say Golden Star was forged as a gift to a water spirit of the Silkworm River.
Oh.
A young noble convinced the great eastern serpent to fly him to the stars, where he dipped this staff in the tail of a comet.
Okay.
It could be pure fantasy, but the staff certainly isn't. It's strong and has an excellent reach. Your foes will tremble if they see you wielding it.
It's a wooden stick. Tell me about the sword.
They say this blade was created in the forge of Smiling Fortune, blacksmith to the gods. Crafted for his son, this blade eventually found its way into the hands of men.
How?
How your master found it, I cannot say. But this ancient longsword is yours, if you wish it. They say gold...
Fine.
Your weapon is well deserved, and you'll need it with these bandits so close.
I'd rather have reach.
If you decide you truly don't like it, however, you can come see me after the bandits are dealt with. One more thing you need to know. These weapons strike with deadly precision, but to wield them safely, you must focus with each strike. Master Li has been training you so that you'd be ready for this kind of weapon, and the drain won't be crippling, but you will get tired over time.
Cool.
That you should. Those people will be looking to you for leadership until Master Li gets back. I know you'll do well.
Master Pines and Tile. Oh, it's you
Senior
guys.
student. Oh, excuse me, Weapon Master. I did not mean to interrupt.
Y'all are too polite.
Calm down, student. What has you so flustered?
Dawnstar, check her out.
The bandits. They've already been sighted down by the beach, and they're making their way toward the town.
How many?
I don't know, but their ship is large. There could be many of them. You have to help, senior student.
Not that large. Alright. You head to safety, I will pass.
I will run to the school and seal the gates.
Yes.
Make your way to the beach and teach these bandits a lesson. I know you can.
You've done well, lad. Go back to the school now. Your friends have some new weapons they're dying to try out, I'm sure.
But we're sealing the gates. I do kind of like... You can argue that it's not that realistic, but I do like the whole idea of like being trained to fight hand to hand. And being warned that, hey, if you're swinging a weapon, you're going to get tired. Like, a bit faster than it should be, to be honest, but still. That the emphasis is that the added weight adds more stress to your body. Okay? See what happens. Boy.
Save us! I don't want to be buried in the field.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm actually not sure where to go. Probably over here? Oh. Okay, basically it's like... Boop. Aha.
Focus.
Oh yeah, you can sort of exploit the focus by doing that. Because it slows time if it wasn't obvious. But you don't have to leave it on the entire time you're doing something. Also, I love the combat system in this. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Be careful, these louts will show no...
Kill anyone in our way! We'll strip this village bare!
I was busy doing something cool.
I knew someone from the school would help. No one else could. Please, my boy Nijo is trying to fight them down on the beach, but we need someone skilled.
Ouch. Thanks, Dad.
I can hear fighting to the...
Alright, healing, healing, healing. Thank you. Because I forgot to save. That would have been a funny way to end the video. Oh god. Here it goes.
Yet another village with no purpose. I will replenish our supplies and continue my search elsewhere. You will all, of course, have to die.
Explosive cannonballs. Really.
Focus.
Oh yeah. You should probably never mix a weapon with focus unless you're focusing your focus points into focus. This is why I like Leaping Tiger. You actually have some additional reach while still being fast, whereas 1000 Cuts is cool. But it feels like, well, like it says, you do little damage over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
Leaping Tiger. You're too slow.
Boop. The combat gets a lot harder than this. Because right now it's just dudes smacking you. Eventually they start popping out magic and weapons all the time. I don't think anyone ever uses time slow on you, but still. Screw it. Boop. Probably shouldn't jump in front of her sword. Okay, check this out, check this out, check this out, check this out.
Are you? Your skills are more than this tiny village warrants. But I also see something strange, an oddity. You could be an anomaly or a sign of who I seek. A further test is needed. These mercenaries are not the only threat I command. Let us see you contend with this.
Mortal Kombat. Alright, here you go. Now you may notice... Oh, never mind. It's not so bad with them. Once again, tutorial. Eventually you have to really start pumping chi into your attacks. Oh, never mind. Dawnstar just slapped him. You could have just jumped.
Impressive. Clearly, I have been too dismissive in my search. This village will be torn asunder. Whatever you are hiding, I will have it.
But all your people are dead.
I have seen enough of your skills. You will die now, so I am not troubled later.
I love that so much. Excuse me, I'm a level 20 monk. Get the fuck out of my way.
Well fought, my student, but I cannot risk you against a foe like this yet.
So blatant. We never thought to look in so humble a place. We expected an army. Your strategy, as always, is impeccable.
Your search is over, assassin, but no one will hear of your success.
You just like slap the soul of that man. That was so cool.
That my past is catching up to me, and you are destined to be swept along. You have faced your first spirit opponents far sooner than I intended. Dawnstar can explain the nature of such creatures. I must go and make sure everything is in place. I thought I had more time, but perhaps you are ready.
I forgot how much more he was wanting to stall. I could have whooped his ass.
Do not be so quick to thank me. My influence caused this attack. You were not meant to see this yet, but now there is no choice. I will explain to the school.
Thank you.
You have done well,
I'll explain in a second.
But more than this awaits you. See to your fellow villagers and students, and return to me at the school. We have a great deal to discuss.
One of the things that really bugs me in fiction, and general philosophy and of random normal people, it is basically why the 40k setting can be extremely stupid, and people who are very obsessed with it can be kind of dumb. In real life, if you make someone go to some place that's extremely deadly, they don't become super jacked giant men who can take bullets to, and swat them away. They become flighty, scared, and small, essentially. Rather importantly, people do as well. But point being, evolutionarily, over a long period of time, animals will evolve towards traits that fit their environment, which means surviving. Which means that if everything around them snatches out and bites them, they will be quick. The ones who survive to reproduce. If there are many giant apex predators running around, they will be small. They will be evasive. When you send a whole bunch of regular ass humans to a place like that, the survivors are the ones who don't go around kicking ass. They get eaten. So yeah, you don't want him to immediately run into super danger, because it's not like he'll just suddenly go Super Saiyan and become amazing. The threat is that it will make him gun shy. That he will avoid confrontation. Because he's already been conditioned now through trauma to think that it's a bad idea to try at all. Because it was. That's why you build them up slowly, and in a supernatural setting like that's where you can become like some demigod or whatever. You feed a little bit, which is seemingly what he's trying to do. Is trying to make sure that you only run into opponents they're just a little bit better than you, or not quite. That way, once he's conditioned you up to the point that you are extremely difficult for anyone normal to even hurts, as long as you're aware that it's going to happen, then he could put you in a dangerous situation where he might be right next to you. But he almost lost you here because the dude could have just slapped you over and just stabbed you, and that'd been it. A lifetime completely wasted because you're dead now. Alright, putting on that side, I have 3 points to spend. Let's just stick with the one in each every time. And here you go, this is cool. I like Leaping Tiger, and I think we're going to stick with it. See how the EXP system works? Well, the skill point system? I really like it. It's very... well, it's not. 25, 50, 75, 100, 125. This isn't one of those games like old school Warcraft where, like, vanilla, where it's like, you've put 20 points into it. You now do 17.2% more damage over the course of using this one skill. You know? What about the rest of my skills? Oh, they don't do anything extra anymore. Like, you should have done a different tree. Your points actually do something. You actually feel like progression when you look at the numbers. Or, in this case, the health bar's dropping quicker. This, not as much. 5 points, which is to say 10, 16, 20, 22, 23 points to get a 25% increase in your punching speed. You will get enough skill points that this is worth it. But if you went speed first, you'd only get the 15% and you barely notice it. But the damage goes way up. This is also pretty good. Because when you need to use key strikes, say against ghosts to keep turning ephemeral? What's the word? Non-corporeal? When you have to use key just to hit them, it's nice to have that key damage already be souped up. That said, like I said, you will max it out, no matter what. And going from 0 to 25 immediately feels a lot better than 20 to 25.
We fought well against those bandits, but I had no idea Master Li could command that kind of power. He destroyed that ship so easily.
And then set it on fire?
Master Li said I could explain the nature of spirits, but these were different. That sorcerer forced them to appear like wild dogs let loose.
Necromancy.
Some spirits seem lost, as if the way to their rest is blocked. I didn't think they were dangerous, but those on the beach, I sensed madness. Time drove them mad. You disrupted them by defeating them in combat. They will not reform for a long time. I hope there is peace in that, but I don't know. So much is worrying me.
I feel like an ass picking the flirty options, but it's the only one that's not just mean.
I was worried enough when we were expecting bandits. Now it seems there are dangers we don't even know about.
Music?
Master Li called that sorcerer an assassin. Assassins don't attack at random. They have very specific prey. I don't want anything to happen to this home. I've never belonged anywhere else.
Neither have... Yeah. Oh yeah, you can ask her things. You might as well just include that in this video before I quit.
Would it be strange of me to say I don't know? I have very little memory of my home before coming here, even though I was 3 years old when I arrived.
Most people don't remember what it's like being 3 years old,
I
honey.
moved around a lot, never staying anywhere for long, and for some reason, the robes of that sorcerer looked familiar to me. I don't know why. I'm sure it's nothing, just the memories of childhood playing tricks. With glimpses of the spirit realm invading my thoughts, I could have seen them anywhere.
There was a vampire shoujo a long time ago that had, and I don't want to sound mean here, but it had a hilariously silly plot-like device, which is the character, tears in her eyes, every once in a while bringing up, I have no memories of my life before I was 5 years old. Who does? Like, particularly who has vivid memories that could give them any clue into anything other than random, like, here's a, like, here's a living room, there's a field, like, as far as I've heard, most people don't. I've always thought that was strange. And this game is even worse because she said 3, and it's like, what are you expecting to remember? Like, what kind of details?
I can't remember specific incidents, but I am used to being shunned. People are not very welcoming of those who appear to not let the dead lay peacefully.
Horrible.
Master Li said I was brought to him by a concerned ally who received me from yet another person. That person wanted me safe, but he said he couldn't ensure it himself. Master Li doesn't know who that guardian was or what I needed protection from. He promised to look into it, but he's not had time. Your training has taken precedence. My abilities are just a curiosity. You are the center of attention here. I prefer it this way. I can just be.
I really get that. Let's do it.
There you go again with your play.
Oh, her neck. Jesus.
I never know when you're serious or what my reaction should be.
Oh my god.
The events on the beach worried me, but you always improve
The
my
neck.
mood.
The neck.
Let's get back to what you need to do. I don't want to think about it too much. Manipulating chi has not come as naturally to me as
Yes,
it
it
has
does
to
to
you.
you.
The things I do are different. I can see spirit shapes and hear the odd whisper. Master Li was surprised, but he has not had time to look into it further. Your training is his primary interest. Hopefully I'll find my skills useful for more than just keeping me up at night. Could we go on to something else?
I don't know how young she was when she got here, but I like the whole, he hasn't had time yet. I mean, it's been like 10, 15 years, but he hasn't had time yet. Okay.
Well, we've already
Here's a
visited
good
Jin,
gem.
who used to be a guard in the west, they say. Old Ming always has a story, and he's usually by the statue on the beach. Merchant Fen Do is in the village square. He's been expecting new goods any day now, for weeks. Oh, for training or learning the philosophy behind martial combat, go see Smiling Mountain. He's behind the ring, near the student quarters. He's always amusing.
True.
Then we should return to Master Li so he can talk to you about this attack.
Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and save here. God, look at those graphics. Once again, I'm basically just going to gauge interest. Brand new save. Gauge interest based on views and the unlikely comment. I like this game, and we're basically still in the tutorial. It gets a lot more intense very soon, and I mean very soon. Like, it has one of those really good, you're off on an adventure, you have no choice beginnings. But I'm having to split time because I still want to play Mega Man. Like, I'm going to beat the Legacy Collection all the way through to, like, Mega Man 04 or whatever. I also want to play Neverwinter Nights 2 because I love it. I also wanted to play, Digimon World. So what I play is heavily dependent on what I get attention for. Because I can play this other stuff in my own time. I mean, this is my own time, but I want to stream stuff that people will want to watch. Because, or rather importantly, I'm still doing pre-recorded. But streaming, like actually live streaming on the regular, I don't really want to start that until I have enough of a base. Like, let's say, and this is dating this hard, God, I hope one day I look back at this as cringe. I would like to have about 10 subscribers before I start streaming, live streaming all the time. Like, I need to know I'm gonna have at least 1 or 2 people in chat. Because currently, the last 2 or 3 times I did a live stream, 0, the entire 0 CCV. Not 0 point something, 0. Not even someone dropping by. 0. I know I could post the Reddit, give it a clickbait thumbnail, spend the entire video doing funny voices and trying to sound cool. But I don't want to set a precedence for something that I don't really want to do all the time. So the point is, almost no one's going to see the end of this video. Chances are I may be the only one who sees the end of this video, but I just want to say, if you do, and you found it entertaining in the slightest, leave a comment. You don't have to like it, you don't have to subscribe. But just let me know in a comment, even if all it is, hey, I like that game. Jade Empire is cool. Or, yeah, you should come back to this. Anything. Oh man. In any case, my name is Pharos Niwa, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm still taking my garden pictures, cat pictures, all that. I just haven't got around to making a presentation yet. I'm working on my debut in brainstorming mode. I'm gonna have, let's just say I'm gonna have hand-drawn comics and such, but this isn't really the time or place to mention that. Anyway, I'll catch you Saturday night, I believe. Until then, Sayoniwa.